Now let us see the next type of transducer, that is piezoelectric transducer. So let us discuss about piezoelectric transducers. So before studying the piezoelectric transducers, let us first discuss about piezoelectric materials and what is piezoelectric effect. So a piezoelectric material is the one in which an electric potential or electric voltage is developed across its surfaces. Suppose if the dimensions of that material are changed by the application of external force. So here this potential or voltage is produced by the displacement of external charges, and there are some materials or crystals in which when we apply force, external force or pressure, and because of that the dimensions of that crystal will be changed due to deformation, and hence the voltage or electric potential appears across its surfaces. And this effect is also reversible. That means conversely, suppose if a varying voltage is applied across its surfaces, then the dimensions of that crystal, the dimensions of surfaces of that crystal will be changed, thereby deforming it. And this effect is known as piezoelectric effect. And here the elements exhibiting piezoelectric effect are known as piezoelectric materials, or they are also called as electroresistive elements. So now there are two types of piezoelectric materials. One is natural crystals and another one is synthetic crystals. So natural crystals are quartz and tourmaline, and the examples for synthetic crystals are Rochelle salt, barium titanate and lithium sulfate. Now let us see working of piezoelectric transducer or piezoelectric device. So in this case, there is a piezoelectric crystal, and the piezoelectric crystal is embedded in between two electrodes through which the external wires are connected. So now when force is applied across the crystal, so because of the piezoelectric effect, the crystal develops EMF or voltage across its surfaces, and suppose if we make a short circuit, and that voltage can be the current will flow and the voltage can be measured by voltage measuring instrument. So in this case, as more force is applied, so there will be more voltage. So such transducers can be used to measure the force or pressure in terms of change in, or in terms of increase in the output voltage. So in this case, the voltage developed across its surface is given by the equation E is equal to GT into F divided by A, or else GTP. So in this case, G is voltage sensitivity, it is constant. Then F is, T is the thickness of the crystal, F is force, A is area of the crystal, and P is pressure, and F is force here. Since for a given crystal G, T and A are constant, so therefore the voltage developed across its surface is directly proportional to the applied force or pressure. So therefore, as pressure or applied force increases, obviously the voltage developed will also increase. So such transducers can be used to measure the applied force or pressure in terms of output voltage. So this type of piezoelectric transducers has got several advantages and disadvantages. The advantages are they have got high frequency response, they are smaller in size, they give very high output. That means for low pressure or low force applied, they develop high output voltage, and they are rugged in construction. And also they have got several disadvantages, like the output is affected by change in the temperature. Suppose if there is a temperature change, so the output voltage also changes because of the change in the temperature. So that may cause error in the measurement. So this is about piezoelectric transducers. So now we are going to discuss about the two types of accelerometers which are used for the measurement of acceleration. One is piezoelectric type and another one is seismic type. So let us first discuss about piezoelectric accelerometer. So piezoelectric accelerometer is the simplest and most commonly used accelerometer for the measurement of acceleration. So let us see the construction and working of piezoelectric accelerometer. So as you can see in the diagram, there is a piezoelectric crystal which is sandwiched between two electrodes. Since we are using a piezoelectric crystal here, that is why it is called as piezoelectric accelerometer. And a mass is kept over this crystal. Now this crystal is connected to the solid base through springs. So here the piezoelectric crystal has an inherent property that when a force or pressure is applied across the surfaces of a piezoelectric crystal, it develops voltage or EMF across its surfaces. Now this property of a piezoelectric crystal is used in order to measure the acceleration. So here when there is acceleration applied to the base, so obviously force is applied to the crystal against the mass. Now when force is applied to the crystal, so it develops an EMF or voltage across its surfaces, which can be measured through the electrodes and connected wires. Now according to Newton's second law, force is equal to mass into acceleration. So here mass is constant and therefore force is directly proportional to acceleration. So therefore as the acceleration applied to the base increases, so obviously force applied to the piezoelectric crystal also increased. And as the force applied to the crystal increases, more voltage will be developed across its surfaces. So therefore the voltage developed across the piezoelectric crystal is directly proportional to the acceleration. So here the applied acceleration can be measured in terms of the output voltage developed across the piezoelectric crystal. So in this way the piezoelectric accelerometer is used to measure the acceleration.